All right, so I hope that you guys can hear me. I just wanted to come on and do a little bit of the preparation for this video. This video is going to be in honor of Alexis Ware. For some reason, first of all, it felt like her name was very familiar to me. I don't know if I've ever met this person or know, like, I don't know why she felt familiar, but she did. And so her name, her last name specifically made me feel drawn to it. And also looking at her made me feel drawn to it. So I'm going to do this reading for her. I'm shuffling the cards in preparation. And I just wanted to have that, just a little bit of it documented. When I initially pulled all of my cards, my decks, when I was being led to choose what decks, I saw from this particular deck, I saw Aries energy. I'm not sure why that's significant. It could be personal for myself, or that could be somehow connected to Miss Alexis Ware. I'm seeing the dark moon right now, and I'm also seeing the moon in Cancer specifically. Just as I open the deck to begin to shuffle it and get our energy, and both Alexis and mine intertwine, so that it is my prayer that she be with me, the Holy Spirit of wisdom be with me to give clear, articulate, accurate messages. All right, so that's the purpose of this. I just also saw the moon in Leo. Somehow that is also significant. I have a Leo moon, so in the way that I present, but my soul is connected to that of Cancer, and so my moon sign as well in certain sects of astrology would be Cancer. One more shuffle for this deck. These are my energetic decks. I'm going to end this part of the reading or the clip, and I'll be back only once all the cards are pulled, and we're going to be diving into the reading. Okay, you guys, I am back. I have not pulled all the cards, but I'm going to go ahead and do that while on camera. But this is the card that did show itself to me as I was preparing and choosing my decks. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and technically with this one 6. I have 6 decks that Spirit led me to choose from, to help bring Alexis's story out. Okay, and I saw this, and I also saw this for myself. We are connected in some kind of way, and this is the reason why I feel led. This card is the number 29. That's also 11. So that might be somehow significant, or the 29th of something could be significant, or that could be the age. I'm not sure, okay? Nana Buluku. Nana Buluku is the card that is from this particular deck. It is called the Earth Warriors deck. And the message said, she rests to create. And I snickered a little bit when I saw this card, but it was because of the message that I received for myself from this. As I sat in preparation for this reading for her, I got the understanding or the feeling that it's possible she is no longer with us. She has transitioned. And if she has not transitioned, she could be being kept in a state. Like, I don't know if you guys remember The Matrix or what have you, but if you remember The Matrix, there's a scene where Neo's body, Trinity's body, Morpheus, they're all in like this fabricated like womb, if you will, and they are in fluid, and they have all these tubings coming from their body, in essence keeping them alive, but they are also in a state where they appear to be dead, but they can be revived at will and everything like that, helping them to be a part of both the Matrix and this real thing that's happening. Okay, so that is somehow significant. Death to me is actually the real place that life takes place, or in the deep. When we are connected to everything, when we are connected to both the darkness and the light, but it is all dark mostly with sprays of light. That's the universe I'm describing. When we are in that essence, that is considered death. Okay, at least in the energy that I'm embodying right now. Scorpio is significant as well. So, yeah, if you look at this card, like I said, she appears to be asleep, and you could honestly say that this could be representing things that are connected to her, that are swirling all around her. Okay. But I feel like this is being connected to the all God energy, goddess energy. Okay. But I did feel like it's possible that this is death for her in the physical potential realm. Okay. But she is very much so alive in other realms. So I'm going to move on to this other deck that is supposed to be with the energy. Of course, I do not wish death upon anyone, and I do feel the need to say that. If I am incorrect, if I'm wrong, I pray to God that I still a truth in the way that I'm speaking this. Maybe she is not in a physical death. Maybe in some way her body is still being kept alive in some place. And my prayer then would be that she is found, that she is recovered. Okay? But if I am accurate in stating that she has transitioned from this life, but is in fact alive in the reality or in the parallel that we are not, I pray that that be revealed as well, like in the open, in the physical. This is meant to bring closure to her family. Okay? This is meant to help heal. Listen to this. So I see 3 cards here. All right, I see the chief, the elder, and I see the yogi here. This was the last card that I was led to pull. So I'm not super familiar with this deck, which is also the reason I chose it. I do have a booklet, and I'll make a part 2 where I go through the understandings of this particular card. I see the throne, guys. I see purple and gold. Those colors are going to be somehow significant, okay? Throne. Lord, be with me as I deliver these messages and give it to me straight, no chaser. Thank you so much. The chief, the elder, and the yogi. And then we have the throne. All right, you guys. The throne to me automatically gave me like God, goddess energy. It gives me sovereign energy. There is there's nobody actually sitting in this seat, okay? There is a black pillow in this seat. I'm looking at the vision that also says I am, and I see the queen. I'm seeing the queen here. I see what appears to be like a snake or a vermilion or some type of dragon maybe, or like an entity that is like a creepy crawl. It could even be a lizard, okay? This lady is a part of the royalty, you guys. Her bloodline is ancient. Her bloodline is royal. That could be a part of her family crest. I was drawn to that first. That dress is blue and white. Okay. I also see with the other lady, the color red here, first and foremost. Red is very important and significant. Her face is heavily made up, but she's the one wearing the crown on her shirt. Okay, red and blue are significant. Red and gold, blue and white. Okay. The number 55 is here. That is also going to be very significant. Okay, I see the number 48, which is also 11. 55 is 10, so that can represent endings, completions. Okay, 10s can represent completions. That was the last card. 48 is 11, which is 2. And 25 here, which is the number 7. These numbers are very important somehow. So something was led by the chief here. I feel like this could represent either an important male figure in Alexis's life. This could even have something to do more so far reaching with the government, guys. I would I don't know. Like it could have something to do with the head of state, even. Okay. Whatever that may mean. I'm literally seeing the this crown of flowers. I mean of excuse me, feathers. She was indigenous. She could have had indigenous heritage here, native to this land. I am. I feel like I'm seeing something right here, but I can't really quite make out what this is. I don't know if it's a bag. I don't know if it's a mask. I don't know if it's a dog. It looks like it could be a dog, and we're seeing like just an eye and like a the tooth here, sharp teeth here. It's looking like one of those dogs. It's not a pug. It's like a bulldog, you guys. So bulldogs could be significant here. Yeah. Moving on, I have the elder. The elder. This woman gives Tamil energy. She could appear obviously to be a melanated, carbonated being. Excuse me, my nose is stuffed up, you guys. If I'm honest, you guys, the first word that came to me, the first name, Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris. So there's maybe some type of platform that Kamala is connected to. There is something that she could be representing that is in connection with the either the death or the this missing persons case with Alexis Ware. Okay. How she's connected, I do not know yet. I believe it'll be revealed hopefully within the tarot reading. The elder, though, this is some type of political figure who has some type of connections or ties even to the experiences that Alexis Ware has been connected to. Okay, um, pearls are important. A black the black dress is important. This woman's eyes look sad though, right? Am I tripping? She looks sad. It could be just the heaviness of knowing what happens, the heaviness of knowing the truth behind the scenario that people sometimes can carry in their eyes, but it's wisdom. It's still information. It's knowledge. Okay. 12:49 on the clock. I want to move a little bit swifter. The yogi. I don't know why, but I feel like this is representing Alexis's energy. The yogi. Um, a yogi is a spiritual person. So I do not know this woman at all. I know nothing about her, okay, other than I'm drawn to do this. It is very possible that either she had very spiritual ties and connections, like her spirituality maybe ran deeper than people may have been aware. Yellow or gold is a significant color, okay. Here I'm seeing the Eye of Horus, the Ankh, the triangle or pyramid, and we're seeing the serpent again, you guys. We're seeing the snake again. She had and held embodied a lot of ancient wisdom. Okay. The snake also represents transformation. It represents transformation, change. It also can represent the circle of life or the way that life works. Serpents are connected to concealment, magic. Uh, it's also an ancient symbol for wisdom. Okay, to be serpent like is to know, is to be able to be speaking two messages at one time, the forked tongue type of energy. Uh, to be able to be speaking the truth, but possibly even concealing the truth in such a way that those who are on the same energetic frequency and that are meant to receive the messages can receive them and should receive them. And the ones who is meant to be kept from for whatever the reason is, that it is kept from them. Okay? So that's one understanding about this snake stuff. And I do feel like there's some of that happening with this case with Alexis Ware. Bringing it back to her. Okay. We also see the so called Buddha in the back. But all of this just kind of connecting to really her sense of ancientness and the wisdom that she possesses, okay? And there is that purple and gold color again, you guys, okay? Uh, violet and gold, blue and gold. Alexis is and was a divine priestess. Even if, like, I mean her energy signature, okay, guys? The way that she may have appeared to this world or showed up in this world, you may not have gotten a spiritual person from that. But she, in fact, is extremely spiritual, okay? This was how she manifested a great deal into her life. Moving on, I am going to pull my moon cards real quick, and then I'm going to move on into this tarot to help me unfold this some more and get some very intricate details. But Spirit, Holy Spirit of Wisdom, the biggest thing we want to know is, where is Alexis? Is Alexis alive? Is Alexis dead? And let me be very clear. In this parallel, where we have bodies and where those bodies are what our soul is encased in, and it's necessary for us to continue to do things here. Is she alive here? Is her body truly alive here? Okay. All right. Give me significant messages, oh God. I see the owl here coming out, guys. This is the moon totem, the owl. It says a crisis will allow you to look into yourself and make an important revelation. A crisis. And that's the truth. Like, this is a crisis, right? Women, period. Indigenous women, indigenous men coming up missing, you guys. The owl is also a what? It is a nocturnal creature. It's a nocturnal creature. Whenever we're talking about darkness, we are in essence going to be talking about death. But death is absolutely a part of life. In death, new life is happening. Understand that. So I just want to say that the owl is a nocturnal animal. Okay, Lord, please help me to look into that more as well. I'm being led to put that underneath or next to the chief right now. At the bottom of this deck, if I don't pull anything else out, I have the moon in Taurus. It says now is a time for focusing on finances and practical matters. She could have been the sign of Taurus, or she could have had this in a really important placement in her chart, okay? To the point to where she could, like, this could be the energy she bodied. She was a person who was about her finances, who were about being practical, okay? Taurus rules the second house, which is the house of self-worth, of money, the energy of money. Okay, so that's significant, guys. The owl and the money. The owl and the money. Or the owl of the Taurus, rather. All right. Show me more, Spirit. Guys, give me a minute. I need to go blow my nose. Okay, you guys. So I have also here on my table this Hebrew letter, because as I was moisturizing my hands, and I don't even think I was moisturizing my hands, I was anointing my hands with an oil that the Holy Spirit of Wisdom had me to create for myself. And this oil is cannabis infused, and I was putting the oil with the dropper in my hand, and it made this symbol in my hand that reminded me of a particular Hebraic letter, okay? The symbol that I actually created in my hand was, it kind of looks like a G, and there's a dot smack dab in the middle. So with that being said, I did know that, okay, that's somehow important. As I was picking the deck, my spirit team definitely urged me to look for that symbol within my Hebrew cards, within the alphabet. And this is the only thing in my deck that looks like that G that I'm talking about, which was like to the side in my hand, but the only thing that's missing is the dot. So in the video that I hope to put together in regards to looking up the meanings of these particular cards and maybe anything else that I don't recognize immediately, because I plan to do this reading merely off of channel messages, okay? The part two to this will be me going into the book and doing the research for it to look for this other G looking alphabet with the dot in the middle, okay? So I'll do that in the next video, but thank you, Spirit. I just wanted to say that. All right, Holy Spirit of Wisdom, go ahead and give us clarity more. Give us more details, please. Give it to me straight, no chaser, to help me to clarify the chief, the elder, the yogi, and also the throne. Let the cards that come out be helping with that. Okay. I don't remember shuffling these, so I'm going to shuffle them now. I am sipping on tea right now because I need that for my voice. All right, let's move it on. You guys, I also was hearing more messages about the Elder card, which I told y'all reminds me of Kamala Harris. And we were sitting asking questions about issues that she's connected to. And what Spirit gave me in regards through this card is that she's about women's issues, okay? Women issues, women rights, whoever that person is. And I do feel like that's tied to Kamala, because Kamala, she's not that dark, but she appears to be what anyone would call in this realm a black person, a black woman. But that red dot is one of the ancient Tamil or Hindu practices, or just Eastern Indian practices, okay? And the only political figure that I know that came to my mind immediately is Kamala. So I just wanted to say that. All right, let's go. Pisces energy is important here. I'm seeing the Hanged Man at the bottom of the deck. All right, so I'm gonna start at the Yogi. I'm starting at the end here. So you give us messages about the Yogi, please. Straight, no chaser. I see the Nine of Swords. There is an air of anxiety here showing up. So this could have been the energy of, because I feel like the Yogi is in fact Alexis's energy. And I do feel the need to speak in past tense, even though it's possible that this could be energy she's feeling even presently. I don't know that for sure. I do, and I always will go with what I'm feeling. Okay, but I like to try to give all the messages. But initially, as I feel, I believe that she was dealing with some form of anxiety. Okay, if this is her present energy, she is in this air of not like, it's almost, I'm feeling like an annoyance with the way that she's not understanding what could be happening, okay? Or that whatever is on her mind, whatever thoughts are currently on her mind or were in the past, they were keeping her up at night, okay? She could have been stressed. I'm seeing the Wheel of Fortune here. Something changed, something that was destined, fated, changed. What was this in regards to, Spirit? All right, I see the Hanged Man coming out. So the Hanged Man is that Pisces energy. The Wheel of Fortune can deal with all four of the fixed signs. So Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, and Scorpio energy, okay? But the Wheel of Fortune is most notable about changing, movement, and just a major life event that is life altering, okay? So I'm gonna get my other deck, but the Hanged Man energy is an energy of being bound up, okay? She could have been dealing with some type of sickness, okay? Could have been mental illnesses. Who knows? I don't want to just put that out there. When I say mental illness could have been an excess, an overgrowth of, let's say, concern, worry, stress. I mean, a mental illness in my mind with that could also be worrying so much about finances, about money, how they're going to provide. So much so that it can cause people to do things that they would not normally do. Okay? I'm not going to go too much further into that. It's just this was something that was on this person's mind a great deal to the point to where it caused anxiety. Okay. The hangman energy could deal with sickness as well. It could deal with the sick and shut in type energy. Um, Imprisonment, okay? But it can also deal with the subconscious, it can deal with the dream state. But most importantly, the hangman energy is about being in a position of not being able to move, not really being able to go forward, feeling stuck in such a way that your perception, your thought process, your mind is altered. Okay. At the bottom of the deck, I am seeing the death card. So if you ask me, that is confirmation, clear as ever, that the death energy that I have been feeling from the beginning is in fact the truth. This young lady is dead somewhere. Understand that. But in other ways, she is very much alive and very much well. Her spirit is that way. Okay. That which is connected to everything. Alexis has transitioned, you guys. I see the Page of Swords here, and I see the Queen of Cups. I feel like there could have been some type of relationship, okay, you guys? There could have been some type of communication with someone via messenger, video chat, text messages, even phone conversations, maybe even face-to-face sessions. There's something that may not have gone like there could have been conversations, and the conversations were some true things, but the person who she could have been having these conversations were could have come across as immature. They could have been younger than her, or this could have been her energy. She was younger than somebody. Okay, that there could have been feelings for, there could have been emotions for, sexual interactions and connections with, as the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Hearts. This is my Scorpio energy, Cancer energy, and also Pisces. Yeah, these were the cards that came up underneath the death card. Death, remember, is about major transformation, major change, okay? It will forever alter your experience. Those of us who are aware that death is not the end, but it is also the beginning of a new experience, or i.e., a new life, hopefully you'll understand what I'm about to say. I don't know in what capacity this death energy is showing up. Okay, guys, it does feel like it is a very physical one, but I allow room that I could be wrong and that I'm misinterpreting the energy. So just to be on the side of saying everything, you guys, it is possible that in some way she's experiencing this death energy, okay? And she does not have to physically be dead, but she could be in a place of concealment, a place of being covered, a place of hiding maybe, or um what am I trying to say, guys? She's in a season of her life where something ended and newness began. So like you know how a person has to undergo a secret identity to preserve their life. It is quite possible that that's something that could have happened. I'm not saying that that is for sure. That doesn't resonate in my spirit. It doesn't. But I know that it's possible that I could be misinterpreting the death energy here. So I just want to say that in certain ways, you know, she could be in hiding, or she could be concealing her own self. Okay. But I don't get that. I believe that this young lady has transitioned. It could have been at the hands of somebody who was younger than her, a little less mature in the way that they express themselves. It could have been because of a conversation that was had, okay? Where some truth was spoken and somebody may not have fucking liked that. I do see a man and a woman represented here. So this could also deal with the dynamics between a man and a woman, men and women. All right, I had to put that out there. Let's go ahead and even clarify the clarifying cards, okay? Spirit of God, Most High, who is present with me, please give me more information. Give it to me straight, no chaser. I'll go in order with the Nine of Swords here, Wheel of Fortune, and the Hangman God. Show me more. All right, I see the Knight of Pentacles showing up here. So money could have been coming in at one point in time for someone on like a slower, in a slower way. Or somebody could have been a planner, or somebody could have been planning to do something, okay? Or they could have been talking about what their plans were, but this could have given the yogi anxiety. This could have given Alexis anxiety. I feel like this has something to do possibly with this soulmate, with this lover. Whoever this was could have been somebody who, Virgo energy is showing up here with this Knight of Pentacles, but also either Capricorn or Taurus. So this could have been her energy as well, where there was a time where she was trying to come up with a plan on how to generate income for herself so that she could create maybe stability, bare minimum. A life that was in alignment with everything that she truly desired, her dreams, her wishes come true type stuff. I do see the Five of Swords here in reverse. Uh, Somebody could have either revealed their hands in some kind of way, revealed some type of strategy, or a person who was trying to be strategic in their planning, wanting to be meticulous, could have exposed themselves in such a way that messed them up instead of helping them. They could have lost something. Okay. Death. That's the first thing that has, I mean, this ain't the death card. I apologize, you guys. This is the Chariot. The Chariot, though, is about forward movement. It's about progress. So whatever this was that happened here with this Knight of Pentacles energy, there could have been something slow moving. It could have taken Alexis some time to reach the level of success that she reached fiscally, or with a job, within a career, within a certification, however this plays out. That's the Virgo energy in her finances, in her money, and the way that she lived her everyday life. There could have been something that was slow moving for her, okay? But she could have possibly achieved it. However, with this Five of Swords in reverse, there's a loss here. That Five of Swords energy for me sometimes is a person who is willing to do anything to get something, willing to do anything to win, to a person who's willing to win at all costs. Even if they were in an argument, they might say some hurtful shit just so they can be the one to have the last word. But in the process, you could, burn bridges with people who you absolutely adore and care about, right? You can say things that you don't mean to say. This is that energy sometimes in the upright. Sometimes, not all the time. A lot of times it's the energy of strategy where I see 1010 on my oven clock. But anyway, uh, just being in an energy that you're about to win at all costs, okay? And it doesn't really matter initially what you have to do that in some cases, okay? In the reverse, like I said, this that I'm feeling is that somebody lost something, okay? Maybe they didn't win in the way that they wanted to. With the Chariot here, I see forward movement, so there could have been a loss of the perceived dream of the wishes being fulfilled or something. And so somebody had to move on and move forward. Okay. I see the Wheel of Fortune. So that could have been, and I'm also seeing the Two of Cups here. So that's why I keep looking to my other deck. It's possible that this could have been the way that she felt in love, and okay, in relationships, okay? That maybe things always move too slow, or they didn't work out for her. They did not pan out for her. So then she turned her focus to herself and to her finances, okay? Thus, I guess in one arena, losing, and in another gaining. Show me more about this before I move on. Show me more about this energy of the Knight of Swords before I move on, guys. If there's anything else. Okay. I see two cards. The Queen of Swords. That's using wisdom, using knowledge, mastering herself. Okay. So in that energy, that is that energy of a woman who has maybe shifted her focus from men and relationships and finding the one and finding the love of her life into, okay, that can't be my focus right now. I'm going to focus on myself. I am going to be reasonable. I'm going to be logical. And I'm going to come up with a plan. That plan may have been to turn her heart off because she is a queen of hearts. That came out, guys. She is a very emotional, deep, nurturing, loving person. But that may have taken too long to pop off, or it may have been misused on so many occasions. And she might have learned very quickly early on to shift that energy, not to wear her heart on her sleeve, right way, but instead to think with her mind, be strategic, be wise, okay? And this was getting to the money. She could have experienced, I don't know if she was ever married, but bare minimum, whether she was married or not, she took her focus necessarily off of relationships. It wasn't there anymore. She could have been what people could have considered to be cold-hearted. But it wasn't like that. It was just she was trying to protect herself. She needed to focus on herself because she can't love hard. She can't love deep. That did not assist her potentially in times past. So she began to focus on things that would bring her stability, comfort in this life. And that was turning off them heartstrings for some. I see the 10 of Wands here. Something could have been a heavy burden. There could have been a lot of responsibility on Alexis or on somebody. Okay, this is still clarifying her, so that's why I'm saying her. The 5 of Wands are also here. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy showing up pretty strong already out the gate. This could be her actions, her activity. All right, so the 5 of Wands is about competition. The 5 of Wands is about maybe even heated discussions, being very passionate about whatever it is you're talking about. It's also imitation. So it's possible that that could have been an energy around her. Bless you. Thank you. Lord. Okay. This also could deal with negotiations. So there's some type of action, some type of conversation, guys, that could have been happening. I am seeing the 2 of Pentacles about priorities, maybe, or about getting her life in order or somebody's life in order, prioritizing. Okay. There could have been a conversation here about that. The Queen of Pentacles is also a mother. Okay. I see the moon. The moon is maybe something that is hidden, something that's not so clear to someone. Okay. The moon is not very clear all the time, but the stuff comes up from the darkness, from the depths of a soul. Information is then presented that helps potentially bring balance, that helps get our priorities together. Okay. The moon is heavy on the Cancer, and I also wanted to say Scorpio energy. Okay. I see the Knight of Swords. Some type of dispatch, some type of focus, drive, okay? Determination, marching orders, some type of decree could have been given, okay? That could have been hidden. Okay, it could have had something to do with the workload or the burden that she had to carry. Word could have gone out. I see the Justice card showing up here at the bottom of the deck. Libra energy showing up. King of Cups. And the Sun. I see the King of Cups. I see the Four of Cups. And then I see the Sun. And we're back to the Queen of Cups. With that, there was some type of clarity that could have come up in regards to maybe this young lady being not contented with a partner. And because she recognized that she was missing, that something may have been missing from the connection, okay? She may have got clarity about that, spoke up about it, spoke her truth about it, and it could have ended abruptly too, okay? This could have happened abruptly. leading her to her healing, leading her back to herself. Okay, knowledge of herself, her confidence, Queen of Cups, her heart again, her love. I don't know what that's about, guys. Show me the Hangman guy. Please show me the Hangman. What is this? The Hangman are memories, guys. I definitely think she's passed on. I think she's in a new experience, or if she's not in a brand new experience by way of death, she is in a place where she is being shown certain things. She could be experiencing a life review, which is something that people have after they pass. But anyway, I say that because I see the Six of Cups here, which is about past life energy sometimes. It can also be about memories, okay, nostalgia. So to be in the Hangman energy, which I told y'all is a holding like energy. It's a feeling of, for some people, the negative aspect of Pisces energy or the Hangman could feel like you're stuck, okay? You can feel like you're being held against your will because you don't understand what's happening. You don't understand what's happening for you, okay? The Hangman gives us, it binds us for a time so that we can meditate. We have nothing but space and opportunity to think, to reflect, for the purpose of your mind being shifted and changed. You getting a different perspective, a new understanding about things that you've experienced in your past, okay? So this is still what makes me feel like I could be still talking about her energy in death right now. Like prior to her moving on to her next experience, she could be in this place of, being kept, able to see the choices that she made, all that kind of stuff. Spirit, show me more, please, about this Hangman energy for sure. Show me more. I see the Four of Pentacles, which is about trying to save something potentially. Sometimes it's money, sometimes it's energy, resources, okay? She could have been a person who saved a lot, held on to her coins. Some would have even said this person could have been stingy if it ain't her, it's somebody connected to her. Stingy. I also feel like this could be the energy of someone who did not want to let her go, okay? Who could have had a hard time letting her go. As I say that, I see what card coming out? I see the Hierophant card coming out. This is Taurus energy, okay? So this could be connected to somebody who had a soul contract with her, a husband figure a lot of times that represents sometimes, or just it could represent school even, or a work, society even. God, what does it mean for her though right now? This could deal with someone who she could have been in a very important relationship with, okay? This person was assigned to her in some kind of way. Could have been a spiritual, energetic union, marriage. Or a very real and physical one, okay? Taurus is there. Show me more about this energy. Show me more about the Hangman energy, guys, so we can wrap this up. We're going to wrap this up, you guys. Thank you for those who sit through and watch. Okay, let's hit everything first, so we're going to go here first. Yeah, guys, she is at a rest. A lot of times when I see this, I still think of a coffin or a death. I see the star here. I feel, guys, that we may find that her death is going to spark major attention. I will say this. I heard about her because of social media, which is connected to me, 11th house energy. So the internet is connected to 11th house energy, the World Wide Web. I was on Facebook when I heard about her. The World Wide Web is how, after I get done with this reading, I'm going to go and look more into her and see if I can find out what her birthday is, things like that. But just to see how much more I can learn that will bring me to clarity. I do feel like the star card can also deal with healing, okay? It can also be about the message that Alexis's life, even in her death, is going to bring to the world, okay? This is also part of her mission here. And somehow she was aware of this and knew this and all that, okay? Even if she's not present with us in the body. Know that energetically her spirit was aware of this, okay? But yeah, I really feel like, you guys, she is at rest. As far as I'm concerned, meaning she is not with us in the physical anymore. Okay? It could have been behind a lover, at the hands of a lover, at the hands of somebody who could have supposedly cared about her, an important male figure potentially in her life is possible, or a masculine figure in her life. Okay? Or a man who could have felt something for her. Maybe she didn't feel the same, but you're whatever we find out, this is going to be connected. The Emperor. That's at the bottom of the deck. I'm done. The Emperor is a father figure or the man in this person's life, or this represents lust. It represents a person who wants what they want. Aries energy, Taurus energy. Okay, a person who definitely giving leader, definitely giving masculine energy here. So this is that man stuff. Okay, and we have issues as women. Part of women's issues sometimes is men. How maybe they don't respect us, don't respect the no, don't respect our body. Taurus energy is very sensual body. Okay, can be deceptive. You know, they can use things that they know or that they believe they know about women that they desire to harm them, okay, or to just get something from them without giving really in return, which is hurtful to women's hearts. It changes them, okay. And so I don't know exactly who and what I'm speaking to, but this is the reading. Peace, love, light, and darkness, which all work together to bring balance and harmony first within ourselves and then within our world. Guys, at the end of the day, I believe that she is no longer with us. She was taken at the hands of some men or a man. It is a part of women's and females' issues. Okay? Things that are connected to this: lust, big lust energy, love, emotions, feelings, and even the womb of a woman, vagina, the way that her love is expressed, the way that she creates, all of that is connected to this. Okay, so I hope and pray that the Most High God will help us reveal the truth about her situation, that it will be broadcast motherfucking live, that it will help shine a huge light on some things, and that it will do what it was meant to do, which if you ask me, it has absolutely been done to bring order and justice, not only for Alexis, but for so many other people who she hasn't even met yet. Okay? Peace, love, light, and darkness, which all work together to bring balance and harmony first within ourselves and then within our world. It's been my pleasure. May God have their way with this message.